Alright, so today we're taking a look at Dandy Zeuon no Fukkatsu. And so, nominally, this was released by Super Roboprotector. And you take a look at his things. Not too many things, but still, every contribution is big. But it's funny, because if you look at the credits, and actually the intro screen, it credits Agent Orange. And Super Roboprotector, his credit is, "Sorry, Agent Orange, your amazing script had to be cut down in size." And it's like, geez Louise, I'd hate to be that guy. And also you have Last Boss Killer, who did a bit of menu translation from GameFAQs. Alright, hello and welcome back to Now in English. Today we're taking a look at Dandy for the Famicom Disk System. And you gotta dig that sweet intro music. I'll be with you momentarily. Oh, okay. So it was configured the whole time, you just had to press start a little more forcefully. Well, apparently there are loading screens, actual honest-to-goodness loading screens, not hack-off loading screens like on Pinocchio. But that kind of makes sense because it is a disk system, and even though it was floppy disks, still. Let's begin, shall we? Must we? Also, maybe I should have entered a name, but I guess it doesn't. So peaceful, these loading screens. Set side B. Would you believe me if I said I did not know how to do that, actually? Well, I'll be darned. I thought that screen would be the end of me, but all I had to do was keep pressing buttons. Well, this... I don't want to call it a miracle, because I feel like that kind of devalues the whole nature of miracles, but honestly, I thought things were gonna be pretty bad right there, because it really felt like I couldn't actually get any further. Is there any way to make text go by a little faster? How are you? That was worth asking me, thanks. It's always nice when they take an interest in you. That's kind of interesting. So it looks like if you walk over the box, then like you make treasure actually appear on the overworld. Well, it is a Famicom disk system after all. You gotta accept the occasional loading screen. And now we're in the thick of it. Okay, so now that I recall on my vast years and training as a video game historian, I believe Dandy was one of those games that kind of inspired Gauntlet. Now, I believe the actual thing was Dandy came first, and then the people who made Dandy, they were like, man, this game is pretty great, and let's make our own version of Dandy, and they called it Gauntlet. And then somehow they could release it. What I just announced there was a horribly abridged version of something from Guru Larry's 5 Crazy Reasons a Game Got Ported Twice, Part 2, where they found 5 more games that were just crazy. Oh, Okay, I thought it would be like a basket of cornmeal or something, but no, it hurts you. It just hurts you. So what precisely can we walk over? The answer seems like basically anything like we please. Now, are those butterflies or fire elementals? Oh, neat. So there's a leveling system. Oh, cool. We can even do classes, in theory. Not actual practice. Oh, wow. So I guess this is actually a fully fledged RPG. I was that Dandy would be a bit more focused on the RPG dungeon crawling, but no, there's towns and everything. So I guess, in a sense, maybe that just makes it more like Legend of Link 2. But at least this game has a distance attack. In Nabidra, no? It's nice. I'll take your word for it, random villager guy in this terrible town. That kind of makes sense in this accursed apocalypse of a town, but that's still kind of silly. It's like, we're closing. It's like, thanks. Oh, nope, that's it. Two houses. So wait, if this guy's closing, then that means this is gonna be a town of one person, and you can't even walk into their house. Oh, never mind. You can follow paths for more people. So is there really a day-night system? If so, that's actually surprisingly detailed. I guess you cannot actually steal from the poor villagers. Want to rest? No, I pray for your sanity. I mean, safety. So, despite this bridge to nowhere, that is really nowhere. So, I guess you can't actually go there. Even though the path does hint, correctly in fact, that you can walk right or walk left and see a different part of the town. So I don't entirely know what's happening there, but I'll just kill my monsters and take my level ups, please. Well, now we gotta find out what happens when you die. Wasted! That's probably not true to the original Japanese. I think that ROM hacker was a little bit too much of a fan of Grand Theft Auto. Look at you. You look a touch dead. Okay, most important question. How much... Oh, you can't... You can pause inside someone's house, but you can't check your inventory or your levels inside someone's house. Okay, sure. That seems reasonable. What if you're inside a town? But there is no town. It's only the inside and the outside. Okay, level 2, I guess. Oh, you have limited ammunition. I mean, 200 seems like a lot, but I'm pretty sure it'll go by pretty fast. Hey, I've been to this death zone enough times to know that that's a death zone. Okay, so each one of those blue things is $1. Okay, sure. I'll go with that. Well, this game is interestingly linear. I mean, yeah, it's a non-linear town and you can explore everywhere, but only one of the ways is really going to work. Well, I mean, that's one of the things about the RPGs, is like, yes, you want to give the players the impression that they have a wide-open fantasy world from which to explore, but you don't actually want to give them a wide-open fantasy world, or else you're doing something like Final Fantasy where, like, you get lost immediately. Oh, you have to walk to... Oh my god, I hate that feature. Dandy knows how to really get under your skin. It's like you gotta walk if you want to escape. But the thing about Final Fantasy is, like, you're given just so much choice right away. It's not even like fake choice like Dragon Quest, where like, yeah, you have a few choices, but like after a while you kind of figure out what's happening. Whereas Final Fantasy, like, the enemies don't... Uh-oh. Okay, I thought for a second there I'd run out of arrows, but... No, I think you just can't be too close. Interesting, so I wonder if you can actually burn down those bushes. But, Still though, we have an entire 4 cardinal directions with which to explore. So let's get exploring. You know, these fires are actually not that threatening, all things considered. They can walk over mountains, sure, but if it's pointless, then what's the point? Oh yeah, baby. Somebody leveled up to another pointless level up. Still no more hearts. I still kill everything in one hit, so I question what was the point. Okay. So I walked into that town, and then I died. This is going to be one of those mystery games, right? Where you have to kind of figure out how the game works. Also, I kind of wish I could check my level and or money. But let's see. I think I left off, I had about 15 monies. So we'll see if that has gone up or down. No, it's about stayed the same. I'm still running out of arrows though, so that's less than great, but... Well, it seems like you don't get penalized that much for dying, which is nice, because I seem to just be dying like randomly. Like, what the heck? That town was totally safe. It's like every town ever should be safe, right? Nope, this game begs to differ. Okay, so don't enter the town. Got it. Well, okay, maybe it was a mistake, right? Nope. So the town just kills you, huh? That's strange. But I feel like we're unraveling this mystery one thing at a time. I think he's asking me if I want to save, but this might be game over. Okay, saved. Well, it's the opposite of wasted at any rate. Okay, I've been on that loading screen for like 5 minutes. So, even though all you see was a quick cut and a transition, it took a little longer for me. And now it's daytime. So I wonder if there's no actual day-night cycle, it's just every time you load in and every time you change around, then it changes around time. But okay, as you saw, honest to goodness, we saved. Well, since I don't understand the meaning of the word danger, let's go back to the Death Town, and actually no, let's go to the North Town, stock up on bolts, and then go back to the Death Town and see if anything's changed. You don't think side A is the daytime side, and side B is the nighttime side, do you? That just seems so utterly implausible. Why would you force people to do that every single time? Well, I was gonna say not a lot changes, just the palettes, but... Well, on the bright side, I now know that you can save in every town. On the downside, we have to put up with this nonsense again. Now, I've realized that there's a dedicated button for unloading the disk and for reloading the disk, so in theory it shouldn't take half an hour to set side B, but still. And what do you know, it's nighttime, just in time to not be able to buy anything from the stores. Also, did you take any of my gold? Oh, you can't check your money in towns, which seems like a very stupid design choice considering the fact that you only ever buy things in towns. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a person who plays the game. Well, okay, so I guess 35 monies, so at least it doesn't cost any money to rest and save your game. It costs time, of course. Yeah, Midra is nice. What if we talk to this guy? If I recall correctly, he wanted some gold so we could sleep or whatever. Want to rest. Okay, so apparently the rest guy moves to the other side of the town. I don't know why, but this is just how the game works. This is just our reality right now. Well, nothing in life is ever easy, is it? Alright, so finally we are in this town in the daytime. Let's see what wonders the shop has to offer. Do I want a strength belt or meds? So how many arrows did he sell me exactly? I'm hoping it's at least 100. Did he sell me any arrow? I think he sold me 1 arrow. No, it was probably like 50 or something, but... well... that's ultimately fairly disappointing. Let's wander around randomly until we find something else interesting. Oh no, that's right, let's go to the Death Town. So apparently the bridge to Death Town is closed during the day. And normally I'd go to a town and just rest, but it looks like you'd have to go to a town there first. Interesting. Well, this is kind of an interesting system where there's daytime, there's nighttime, and you get to switch between the two. But honestly, the system works more like a giant hindrance to your progress than an actual, like, thing you can make use of. Well, this wasn't here before. Alright, now this is a bit more like it. This is more like what I assumed that Dandy would be like. Oh, and the bats regenerate. How kind of them. Well, of course I needed some power leveling. Although I don't know why your ammo is limited. Oh. And that's a wrap. I went for the potion, and I took more damage than I currently had. That kind of sucks, but it's also kind of funny, you know? So that this may never happen again. What? What are you hinting at exactly? Well, everything in this game is mysterious, whether it should be or not. Although I wonder if the resting thing is meant to, like, give you a way out if you're stuck at night. But, I mean, it doesn't, like, typically with this sort of day-night cycle, it's like nighttime is more ferocious or something, there's more monsters around, but this it seems about the same either way. Although it does seem very ominous that the game kind of starts at night, when in reality it should probably start at day, so we're not, like, on too much of a bad foot here. Alright, Evil Skull Cave, take 3. Oh, and the skeletons regenerate. How delightful a discovery. Did I open the chest? I don't know, and I don't think I can find out. Onward to adventure. Well, on the bright side, I'm going to be really high level after all this nonsense. Alright, I got the red seal, and I have the class soldier. Also, I'm almost out of arrows, but I'll pretend to ignore that. Alright, so let's do an experiment, assuming I live through this. Let's go north to the town with a shop, and then let's buy all the arrows we can carry, or rather afford, and see how many arrows that actually gets us, and see if this whole adventuring thing is actually a sustainable business proposition or not. So we have 56 arrows, and we'll just buy them out of arrows. I mean, might as well. Strength belt be darned. He did say he had a strength belt, didn't he? Well, no matter. All the strength in the world doesn't do you jack if you run out of arrows. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Okay. So you get about 50 arrows for every 15 money. That's almost sustainable. I think if I did more profitable ventures, then I could probably make a living off of this, but I don't know. I'm starting to hit the cold economic reality that maybe being an adventurer is not financially viable. And so, for that, I'll leave Dandy onto his own quest. So on that note, this cat's got a scat. Oh wait, I should save. Game's got me trained good. So, now that our game has been saved, even though there is no actual visual indication that it has been saved, this cat can finally scat in peace.